Have you ever wondered, why does Russia look like a giant white frozen land on the world map? Why do we always associate Russia with snow, ice, and extreme cold? Is Russia cold all the time? And why do people say that most of Russia's land is frozen from inside, not just on the surface? Today, we are going to uncover the real scientific, geographical, and climatic reasons behind why Russia is known as the land of ice. This is not just about cold weather. This is a story of latitude, sunlight, oceans, winds, frozen soil, and history. So stay till the end, because by the time this video finishes, you'll understand Russia's ice better than most people on Earth.
Where Russia is located on Earth. First, let's talk about location, because geography decides climate. Russia is the largest country in the world. It covers more than 17 million square kilometers. But here is the most important fact. More than half of Russia lies very close to the Arctic Circle. The Arctic Circle is a region near the North Pole, where sunlight behaves very differently compared to tropical countries. Because Russia is so far north, the sun stays low in the sky. Sunlight spreads over a large area instead of concentrating. The land receives very little heat. Even during daytime, the sun feels weak, especially in winter. In simple words, Russia doesn't get enough direct sunlight, and without sunlight, heat cannot stay.
The sun angle problem. Now let's understand something very important: sun angle. Near the equator, sun rays hit the Earth straight. Heat is strong. Land warms up quickly. But in Russia, sun rays hit the Earth at a slanted angle. Heat spreads out. Much of the energy is lost. Imagine shining a torch. Straight down, bright and hot. Slanted, weak and spread out. That's exactly what happens in Russia. Even in summer, the sun is present. Days may be long, but the heat is not strong enough to melt deep ice. That's why snow melts slowly and ice stays longer. Russia's extreme winters. Russian winters are not normal winters. In many regions, winter lasts 6 to 8 months. Temperatures fall to minus 30 degrees Celsius to minus 50 degrees Celsius. Some places even reach minus 60 degrees Celsius. When temperatures are that low, rivers freeze solid, lakes turn into ice roads, soil freezes from the top going meters deep. Once the ground freezes so deeply, summer is too short to undo that damage. This creates a cycle. Winter freezes the land, summer partially melts, next winter freezes it even deeper. Permafrost, the hidden ice. This is the most important reason Russia is filled with ice. Russia has something called permafrost. Permafrost means soil that stays frozen for more than 2 consecutive years. In reality, much of Russian permafrost has been frozen for thousands of years. Some ice dates back to the Ice Age. About 65% of Russia is built on permafrost. Even when you see trees, buildings, roads, underneath, the ground is solid ice. In summer, only the top 1 to 2 meters melt. Below that, everything remains frozen. This is why buildings need special foundations, roads crack and bend, pipelines are built above ground. Russia is not just icy on the surface, it is frozen from the inside. Cold winds and the Arctic Ocean. Now let's talk about wind and oceans. Northern Russia is close to the Arctic Ocean. The Arctic Ocean is frozen for most of the year, releases cold air, not warm air. Cold polar winds blow directly into Russia, carry freezing temperatures inland, prevent warm air from staying. Unlike Europe, Russia has no warm ocean currents like the Gulf Stream. There is nothing to protect it from Arctic cold, so Russia remains exposed, like a land without a blanket. Why forests and snow make it worse. Russia has massive forests, especially in Siberia. Snow-covered forests reflect sunlight back into the atmosphere, do not absorb heat. This is called the albedo effect. White snow equals heat reflection. Less heat absorbed equals colder land. So ironically, the more snow Russia has, the harder it becomes for the land to warm up. Short and weak summers. Yes, Russia does have summer, but summer lasts only 2 to 3 months. Temperatures rise briefly. Ice melts only on the surface. Before deep ice can melt, winter returns again. So summer never wins. Is all of Russia frozen? Important clarification. No, not all of Russia is frozen. Southern Russia has farms, grasslands, cities with normal seasons. But
Northern and eastern Russia, Siberia, Arctic regions, these areas define Russia's global image. When people think of Russia, they imagine Siberia, not Moscow summers. Why this matters today? Today, climate change is affecting Russia heavily. As permafrost melts, roads collapse, buildings sink, methane gas is released, global warming increases faster. What was frozen for thousands of years is now becoming unstable. Russia's ice is not just geography, it's a global climate issue.